At how this rice you make gains. That is the reason why so many people have now gone back to farming. Many of our people who have gone to higher places of learning with degrees and masters have left it for the farms because the farms are more beneficial than civil service or other jobs. For us, the leadership of President Muhammad Buhari has brought about unprecedented development in the area of farming.
Kura, in the eye of the storm, swelled lips and bounds.
New markets are springing up. So many buyers and sellers are coming together, exchange goods for monies. And at the tail end, people across the country itself come around, buy goods from here and take it to other parts of the country.
By the time of the peak of harvest of rice paddy, you'll be surprised by the number of people trooping into these markets. You'll see heavy trucks loading here. We experience the convergence of people from across the country, but we need more support from the government so that more job opportunities will be created. Rice paddy begging for the scorching sun, so the trucks who send them to processing. Processing is no more rocket science. At a stone throw, smaller processing machines do the magic for families.
From the farms, households bring rice paddy here in one of the small-scale processing unit in Karpi Kura local government area of Kano State here. And in a couple of minutes, you will be able to process rice and be ready, like this one, to be cooked and be put on your dinner or lunch table.
The big players in rice processing have their boilers positioned strategically in the center of commerce. Their investment huge, and so their modus operandi. They say their success revolves around the policies of the federal government in food self-sufficiency.
We thank this President Muhammad Buhari for introducing this policy of go to farm and feed yourself. And we that we cannot go and do farming, we invest in agricultural processing companies. You know, it is not easy, and nobody will believe it before this time, that the way we are eating rice in Nigeria, Nigeria can feed itself within this shortest period of time of less than 4 years or less than 10 years. Our fear, we have already invested and the people are already coming more to invest. If there is no continuity on this policy, we are not praying for that, but the thing will be very bad. Look at the billions of dollars. From in Kano alone, we have almost 20 rice mills now. In Kano alone, from 5 years to now, more than, and in all this one are mega rice mills. No one that is processing less than 100 tons per day. It's from 500 tons to 100 tons per day. More than 20 companies now. Just take an example. If each one is only 200 people, that are working directly, not indirectly, indirect workers. And out of these 200 people, every person is taking responsibility of 5 people per month. And how many tons of rice is going out from these 5 companies? From the people that will come and buy, go to display in their shops, the drivers that will come and load, the laborers that will load the rice, go and offload it outside. When you come and buy 1 bag, somebody will put it on top of your machine or in your akorukura. This is a chain that no single person will like to break this chain.
More than 20 world-class rice milling companies are doing their bits in Kano alone. More springing up. Now that Nigeria has found a place of pride in the global rice production chain.
Without that intervention and with the economic crisis that is happening in the world today, I can tell you that only God knows what will happen to Nigeria. Because with our size, over 200 million people, how do you feed them? Where do you get the food? Even if you say you are going to open your borders now to bring in this rice, at what cost is it coming to Nigeria? And who has the purchasing power to pay for that? So I can say the most successful thing is even creating the platform, saying that, okay, what's come was, let us feed ourselves. And we can see that happening. When we first start, I can tell you the metrics. As at last year around this time, we were having the belief that, okay, we can only get paddy during the rainy season. Okay, we all know that 2 seasons of farming of rice happened in Nigeria, but not at that scale of it being economical. This year, during the dry season, paddy that comes, we didn't expect that number anyway. We thought the number could be less, but as I speak to you now, we still, yeah, it comes in trickle, but it does come. It does come. So, and if you go on that lane, I can tell you that it will only take lesser time than we imagine. It is one thing to do rice milling. It is another thing to be able to control your final product. Because if you pride yourself that, okay, I want to produce the premium rice, same quality, good quality, competitive quality that can compete all over the globe, then it tells that you need to have control of your paddy. That means you need to be consistent with the amount of paddy that comes. But that is a challenge, because we take paddy that comes from Taraba, we take paddy that comes from Gombe, we take paddy that comes from here, Jigawa, Kano State. We also take paddy that comes as far as Kebbi State. So these are different varieties, these are different grades, these are different. Because when you say you are going to stick to a particular variety, that means you should run short of your demand for the paddy. That means you shouldn't be able to, you won't be able to produce optimally. So it's a challenge, but that is also how ingenuity comes in business. So here in Gerard, our machines are state-of-the-art machine, you understand? So we have graders that can be able to grade the level of rice that get produced. And that is why we are able to achieve that consistency. However, that can be detrimental to our business ecosystem. Because when we set the grader that, okay, it has to be this length, and the paddy that comes is shorter than that length, that means it will end up in the, not the premium quality, but in the substandard quality, which will also affect our business ecosystem.
The current policy on the ban of importation of rice should remain in place. And then secondly, investment should be increased in the area of processing of the rice paddy. And then lastly, a robust seed variety development with higher productivity and an organized seed sector for rice should be put in place. These tripod are the things that will make Nigeria harvest as much economic benefit from rice as possible.
The big-time rice processors say Nigeria's rice can give global players in rice production a run for their money, but we must put our house in order.
Of course, the government has done wonderfully well before because the inflation rate wasn't much then, and there were like supports by the government in terms of the chemicals and fertilizer, and at the same time machineries like tractors, all sorts of mechanization tools that may like assist the farmer to have more modernized farming system. But when it comes to like last two years and this year, the fertilizer we were buying 9,000 is now more than 20,000 naira, and the support government has been making or doing wasn't like before. Now there were not like fertilizer from government directly. So and at the same time, they haven't given the subsidy they have been given before is no longer there again. But if government will reach to the core or real farmers, their production will definitely increase and rice will we are going to be even given those countries we are importing rice inshallah.
Akwai matsalar taki ne yanzu. Halin da aka tsinci kai akan taki.
We are now facing challenges of fertilizer supply. That is really frustrating. Apart from that, we find it difficult to buy other farm inputs like chemical tractors and planters. So these are some of the challenges we are facing. You may sometimes go to the market with your money and can't get fertilizer to buy. And if we don't have fertilizer, there is no farming. Before now, we buy fertilizer from 15 to 18,000 naira. Now, it has reached 25 to 26,000 naira, sometimes 30,000. So if you buy fertilizer at the current selling price and cultivate rice, you may end up with a meager return, which could make rice farming unattractive. When the price of fertilizer was low, we make huge gains. And if we look at mechanized farming, we see that tractor hire is also becoming difficult with combined harvester and other inputs. So, we are calling on government to go back to the drawing board and put more efforts in making rice farming more attractive. Let them investigate and find out where the problems are and resolve the issues so we can get the desired support.
It is only in major markets like this one that you will appreciate the quantum of progress that Nigeria has made in terms of becoming self-sufficient in rice production.
Now the storages of local rice dealers are to the brim with the bags of rice bear logos showcasing the pride of a nation being blown by wind of change. We know in the content of each bag, rice of premium crystal clear quality drops, keeping local dealers in smiles.
We are thankful to God because farmers are planting the rice and the markets are getting the supplies, but the rice is becoming more expensive, which is a major challenge.
On the dining table of Nigerians, a healthy meal.
What we produce here is fresh. The so-called Thailand rice that comes. I can tell you now, if they are to cook the Thailand rice and bring to you now and cook Gerawa rice, when you eat, you tell me the difference because this is so fresh and the aroma is just more appealing than that one. So when you take it outside, it's just a matter of tasting. When you get now one businessman that is saying, okay, let me go out of my way, let me even start taking this Gerawa rice to export it. You understand? And people will accept it. People will accept it. You understand? So the question is whether it can reach that standard, and the answer is yes, and it can even surpass.
There's no doubt that Nigeria has been able to save itself from the burden of rice importation bills. But most importantly, its citizens like me will have rice on top of their tables for dinner or lunch, fresh, as against the ones that have been imported, which nobody will tell exactly how long it has stayed in storage before arriving here.
From dusk to dawn, 24 hours a day, NTA International is with you in your living room, office, everywhere and anywhere. We provide the company you desire in terms of balanced and up-to-date news, programs, and the best of entertainment. Tune in to DSTV channel 251, GoTV channel 91, Preview UK channel 264, or you can download www.visiontv.co.uk. App for iOS or Android. You can also see us on Facebook and YouTube for quality content on the go. NTA International, Africa's window to the world.
Growing up as a child, there is an admiration to want to be like dad, mom, or even a famous actor. But as one ages, more choices begin to emerge due to various social factors and developments. As much as it is admirable to want to be like someone, it is important to understand one's personal dream and purpose in life. Today, famous people all around the world have a huge following of fans who love their lives and desire to emulate them. But there's more to modeling after than just copy and paste. Oshodi, a local government in Lagos, has a reputation for children born in this neighborhood, if not closely monitored, many believe could engage in petty theft and grow to be notorious hoodlums. Today, the narrative is being rewritten for these children living in the underbridge area of Oshodi. The project, Chess in Slums Africa, founded by Tunde Onokoya, a professional chess master and coach, is meant to rehabilitate these children who are either orphans or ran away from the villages. The children are engaged in a 2-week session that seeks to unlock their potential through the game of chess while learning to read, write, and acquire basic literacy skills. It takes them through the game of being knights, queens, and kings with promises of more rewards. Aside from prizes won, collaborations are being made with rehabilitation homes and orphanages, and fundraising to provide financial and educational support for these young people. In Ikorodu, also in Lagos, a group of siblings, Babatunde Sani, Muiz Sani, Malik Sani, and their cousin Fawaz Aino, are popularly known as Ikorodu Boys, are young social media sensations.
Who was that guy? That brother was the best damn soldier that ever lived.
I just love acting.
This online comedy group recreates and mimics with childlike playfulness multi-million-dollar music videos, Hollywood movie trailers, and other visual contents using recycled local materials in the neighborhood.
We're hoping if you spin the chamber enough times, you're gonna catch a bullet.
Notable among their works is the reenacted trailer of the Hollywood film Extraction in 2020, which earned them a recognition and award by online streaming platform Netflix. In 2021, they were nominated in the Favorite African Social Media Star at the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards. Their elder brother doubles as the video editor and manager. Also in Ikorodu, the Dream Catchers Academy, founded by Sheyi Oluyole, is created to transform the lives of less privileged girls who have experienced abuse neglect, or economic hardship resulting in lack of educational attainment by giving them a chance through quality education and arts. A popular quality about them is their unique dance skill. Aside from the Ikorodu boys and the Dreamcatchers, who have become global sensations, Fumi Omishope is another individual adding value to street children in Kwara State.
These children are human. Sometimes we look at them as if they don't have the same blood that flows through our veins. You know, they are being abused on the road and even by the parent that take them out to bed. And my heart drawn to these children. Imagine a melancholy child begging on the street. A melancholy that something little can set them off. You know, now begging on the street, hearing all manner of rejection and all of that. So that is what drawn me to them.
With her Home and Street Kids Welfare Initiative, Fumi is shaping the lives of these children using education as a means of empowerment.
We used to have an orientation school where they come for 3 months before we enroll them in regular school. But we realized there's only 25% of them that ended up staying in those regular schools because street children are known for freedom. So when they go to regular school and they are being discriminated upon, they are being told down upon, maybe they go late to school. Some of them, their parents are blind. Both parents are blind. And they will want to take the parents to the junction before they go to school. Now they get to school 8 o'clock and teachers start beating them. They won't come tomorrow. Some of them are so passionate about education that they wake up, wear their clothes and they're running to school without taking their bath. Now teacher will not understand the passion, the fact that they show up and appreciate them for that. But they see the fact that they smell, you know, and that is what made me to say, okay, now we need to have our own school.
With several initiatives in different communities geared towards turning craving hands to creative minds, the Nigerian child can be positively modeled. Education, right morals and values are debts every parent and adult owe to every child. Be a positive model and watch the child grow to be a right-thinking adult.
Lives are in your hands while you try. Protect yourself and others on the road. Road matters. Show me the network service of the NTA.